Hi, good morning everybody. 5th of August, Wednesday, 2020. Let's talk about the Dow Jones. Now, last night, the Dow Jones went up again. In fact, we can see the repeat of the everyday movement. Almost every day to the last 2 hours, there will be recovery, and the Dow actually closes 160 points as the emphasis now will be on the coronavirus relief talks continue, all right? So apparently, the market feel that there is a possibility of more reliefs coming in as lawmakers make more inward strokes for the new coronavirus stimulus package. All right. So this is the summary of what happened yesterday based on the mainstream media like CNBC. So let's take a look what happened yesterday. All right. So you can see the Dow Jones was pretty flat in the morning. All right, as usual. Then after that, there was some strength right over here. You can see that the market keep on touching the OP, CCRY positioning. This is a touch OP. Hence, therefore, there was a buy right here. And of course, when the market went up initially, there was a pullback. And this is the one that confirms the upside. And indeed, after this happened, you can see the KSI jump. Okay, red to green. The green is much longer than the red bar. And hence, therefore, the jump confirms and the market went all the way up and it triggered the KTR +1 level. Now what's very important is that the market actually went up to trigger the pivot 1. Now when pivot 1 and KTR is a very near one another, right, we can actually expect it's going to be like a stack. And when this thing happens itself, if the market goes through this, it could be very bullish. But if the market reverse and there's a CCYR in this case, then this is a good time to get out of long position and also turn short. And if you had done that, wow, you can look at it, the impact was pretty interesting, right? It went all the way down and just missed the KTR -1 just by a short few points. But of course, when the market is down below the opening price, the market still had the downside pressure, and of course when the KSI is red, the selling came in. Now of course, during this period of time, you do see another KSI jump, and this basically tells you that okay, the KSI got nothing to do with the price action. You can see the price is coming down, but the KSI went green. But because even though it went green here, there's no color change, you can't enter at all, okay? But when the market hit the KTR -1 and did the CCRY, even though the KSI is red, you can enter huffs bullet size. And this is where you go long back into the market, and the market went all the way up and even trigger the pivot 1 once again. Now, of course, that was around midday in the US market. Then there was some tapering effect, so there was another CCYR triggering the KTR +1 and the pivot level. The pullback came in, but once it basically nears OP level, it recovered. And I told you before, every day in the last 2 hours seem to be there has this program buying, and you can see the Dow Jones was being pushed up once again from 26,680 all the way to 26,800. All right, so this is what happened on the US market yesterday. So let's look at today's market, shall we? All right, for today's market, okay. Now, for today's market, this is the Dow Jones right now. The Dow Jones opening price is between the pivot 1 and pivot 2 level. So such a movement tells you that if the market stays above opening price, the upside will be there. 26,941 will be the first target. This is a pivot 1 level. If the Dow Jones still pull back, then the KTR will be the KTR levels. Intraday will be the one to look out for. The downside pivot 2 is 26,289. So from here to this point is a bit far. And with the KSI green, I doubt so the downside will come in that soon, all right, for today. So this is what happened. Let's take a look at the 15-minute chart, shall we? All right, so the Dow Jones now you can see on the intraday chart, initially there was some sideways movement and then selling came in. When the selling came in, the KSI basically dropped from heavy green to red. Now this actually tells you that the selling got heavier, okay, even though down the bar has went down a lot, but this means from a lot of buying to a lot of selling, okay, this means a lot of selling, okay. All right, then the selling came in, you can see the market came down, but after that you can see that there's a change here, and of course the KSI turned downwards. That means that at this moment now what we're seeing is that the selling has reduced, okay. So it's very different from the KSI from here to here. From this point to here, this means that the selling is very strong. I repeat, very strong, okay. That's why I can turn from a huge green to a red. All right, but over here itself, right, it's actually reducing, okay. So this one must understand. So from here, obviously it's a KSI jump, so therefore the market went up, okay. All right, so for the upside today, the Dow, if to go up higher, we could see it going to this 26,940. And do note the KDR plus 1, and the Dow pivot point is almost identical. So that means there's a very strong chance the Dow may go all the way here itself. Okay, there's a high strong chance. Okay, but of course, if the market fails and pulls back, then of course the first support level will be at 26,743. Okay, guys, this is all important information. Hope you capture it, and may you make good money today. This is Cal signing off.